You and I have talked about this so many times, and you always say, here we go again. But at the same time, we have to respect the price action, right? And it does look like investors are enthused.
It does. But again, I can't help but think, here we go again. I still think Trump's going to run 2020 on a campaign tariffs, and that's still predominantly going to be against China. So I'd be very pleasantly surprised if I'm actually wrong and we do actually get a deal here that holds. But we seem to be gravitating towards that, at least for now.
And when it comes to the price action, as I said, it does look like investors are enthused. What does it take, though, for the S&P 500 to continue to hold at 3,000?
So I think it probably takes that the Fed is still on an easing path, potentially the Fed actually getting more aggressive in regards to kind of the cuts, and maybe actually seeing some kind of fiscal stimulus in the works starting to kind of come through in Europe potentially for next year.
In terms of Europe, you've also got your note out saying sensational sterling. This is where a lot of the focus is at the moment, because we do talk about U.S. China so often.
Totally.
It's still, though, kind of hard to see there's going to be some very strong resolution here. What does that mean in terms of where we see sterling go? Because, as you say, the pound is kind of back at the moment. Yeah,
so I definitely have not gotten this move right, and very few people have, but there's been some sensational money made. I still do think, though, that it is asymmetrical, especially if you're looking kind of in the long term. I think in the near term, if we can't get a deal and we get an extension, we probably pull back from these 129, close to kind of 125, but the upside could be 135, 140 in a very kind of quick kind of succession. What's interesting is I'm seeing the sentiment change to that even if we do get a delayed deal, it's much more closer towards an eventual deal. So that's how kind of bullish parts of the market has been. And going back to your point, respect the price action. I mean, sterling's up close to 6-7% in just the last 3 weeks, which is astonishing.